What is up guys, it's me Nathan here, and today's video is a little tutorial on how I do my shading on digital art. I use a Wacom citiqu. You don't really need it, you just need like a tablet and a program that has like paintbrushes and like just like watercolor tools and stuff that blend together. So yeah, if you want to learn that, please stay tuned, and if you're new here, please subscribe and give this video a like. I'll see you in the tutorial. Okay, so first off, I'd just like to mention I use FireAlpaca. It's like a free drawing program. I like it because it's free. So yeah, I want to get another one that like costs money, but I don't have the money right now, so I can't really get it. Eventually I will upgrade to a better drawing program, but I'm stuck with this one for now. So anyone that comments FireAlpaca is bad, I don't care. So first off, I'd just like to mention I use like a custom brush, but basically it's just like a watercolor. That's what it is. It's just an upgrade. It's just an edited watercolor brush. So just use any type of brush that blends. Yeah, anyone that you prefer. This is just my personal choice. I'll just call it a watercolor. I named it paint, but yeah, I use that for everything basically because I like it. So yeah. First off, we're gonna shade like a circle, just in like a random color. I'll pick it in a second. So first off, with shading, you need the way I do it, I put like the base color down first. So I'm gonna make it orange. So just pick the color that you want, and then basically just color it in. It's pretty simple. Oh wait, put the layer above it, the line art layer. Always put the line art layer a lot above the colors and shades and stuff, because you don't want to paint over your line art. I'm not being the neatest here, because yeah. So yeah. Okay, so now that you've colored it in, you can basically just put like the shading layer, like make a new layer above the color layer, and then push the button crop. Most drawing programs will have not crop, clipping. Sorry about that. Which basically doesn't allow you to draw anywhere other than the circle. Like I'll just do something. I'll get a darker color. You can't draw anywhere other than the circle or whatever you've put the color on. And make sure that the crop layer. Why do I keep saying crop? The clipping layer is above the color, because it won't work unless it's like that. Now, the way I shade is I don't just go down to like the black color kind of thing. I change the color a bit, so I'll go down to the side and make it slightly redder, going down, and then go darker. So that just makes like a better look. And also make the opacity of your pen a bit lower than you usually use, like for line art or stuff. And make the size pretty big, because yeah. Now this is the first layer of shading. Wait, I'll make the sun come up from the left corner. So just basically color it in. Don't worry about it being like neat or anything, because you're gonna basically like blur it in together later. And then just keep going darker and darker until you get to the very end. Now, wait, I stuffed that one up. Okay, now that you're here, now you just basically select the original color and then try and blend it in. And then select that one and blend it in. And it will basically do like a rough blend. I like the look of the rough colors because it just looks like a traditional painting. And then you go darker and then blend it in. It takes a bit of time to actually get the blending to look decent, because I never got used to this until now. I still don't think it's the best looking shading, but I don't know, I like it. So yeah, just try and make it so it doesn't look like there's any of these like dark to really light lines. You can have brush strokes. I like the look of brush strokes, but yeah. So basically that's how I shade, and then I like to add just a lighter color, like select the original color that you chose and then drag it to white, tiny bit to white, and then just draw that in there, and select the original color and try and blend it in. So yeah, sometimes it takes a while to blend stuff in because sometimes the color's a bit like way too light or way too dark, and you just have to work with it. So yeah, there's a finished like ball drawing, like if you want to draw a ball, I don't know, just to show you guys how I do my shading. And yeah, that's basically the method I use to draw with shading and that. So yeah, now let's move on to like skin and stuff. So I have a hand here and a face. We'll start with the face. Now this drawing is really rough because yeah, all of them are, but so now with skin color, the color I use for skin color is a bit above red and a bit above below, a bit above red and a bit below like orangey brownish area, and then I go to like the top, the very top, near the wire and in the middle, and that wait, what's happening? Oh, sorry. And then that basically gives me the color. I like this color. It's just a simple skin tone. You can also, if like the character you're drawing is like darker skin or lighter skin, you can just change up and down towards the brown or towards like the red, and just all that. So yeah, I'm just gonna color it in. Okay, so now that I've colored it in, this is a bit darker than I'd usually use. I didn't realize, but I can work with that. Now I go back. Now I make a new layer above, like I said before, and make a shading layer, and do the clipping thing again. And yeah, then with skin colors, get your original skin color and then drag it a bit down towards the red, because I like having like, I don't know, it looks cooler when you use like, I don't know, just adding like reddishy colors to like skin color just looks really cool. So drag it a bit to the red, then drag it down to the darker area, and then put your brush up and opacity down, and then start shading in just all your little shades. With skin I make it a bit simplistic. I don't put too much shading into it like I do with clothes and that, which I'll go to in a second. But yeah, just under all like the features and of the face and all that, just to make it look a bit cooler. And I go darker. And basically the same as how I did on the ball. Then I blend it all together, and yeah. And then I also add like a lighter thing onto the skin just to make it look like glowing, and yeah. Okay, so that's basically how I shade skin. I'll do it again on the hand just to show you guys again. So yeah, just go towards the red and then go down a bit, and you'll get your color that you'll use to shade, like darker color. And then make your brush big and opacity down. Then just basically, I don't really follow guidelines like, oh, the sun's over there. I just basically shade where I want to, because I don't know, I don't know, that's just how I've always done it. And I go down darker again, and then I blur it together by choosing the original color, and it like blurs it. If your program that you're using doesn't do that, just search for like a blurring pen or something like that, saying that will blur all the colors together, and then add your little highlights, and your skin will basically be done. Okay, so now moving on to clothing. Clothing I still struggle a bit with, but I don't know, I like putting a lot of detail into shading on clothing. So yeah, first off, you just choose the color that you want to use. I'm just going to choose like light blue, and you just color in the like the area that you're going to be shading in with that color. Okay, so now that you've done that, do the exact same thing with the layer, and then go on to the new layer, and then basically drag it. Actually, I'm just gonna do like a normal shading, not do that thing where I drag it down. So just drag it towards the black, and a bit diagonal, like, I don't know. and then make your brush big and opacity down. And then I draw these lines, and I just try and make it look wrinkly and stuff, because that's what clothing does. So yeah, I do shading like anywhere I want, like around the arms basically, and then under the neck sometimes, and then here. So yeah, just play around, put lines everywhere, because you can always take it away if you want. And then underneath the arm, and yeah, then you go darker again, and then make it a bit of a thinner line around the lines you've already done. You don't need to really be neat. I go really fast with this process. I just fling my hand around and crap like that. I don't know, I just like the look of rough stuff, because I don't know, I've never really liked like really like straight lines and like really neat like stuff, like artworks. I don't know, this is what I've always liked. Then you select your original color again, and then basically just try and blend it in like as best as you can. My ones don't always blend in together, but just looks a little bit cooler when it doesn't blend in all together. So it just looks like actual real paint, and that's what I like. I forgot to mention, if you've rubbed out the lines from blurring it in, just re-add the lines of like the shadows of the crinkles in the shirt, and then just blur them in, because I don't know, it happens a lot because you're trying to blur it all together, but it's like deleting the actual color the actual shade that you've actually put on the thing. So just keep working at it, and eventually you'll get a good result. Okay, so I'm basically done with the shirt. That's how I draw like clothing and all the like stuff like that, like pants, clothing. That's kind of how I do hair, like you follow the lines of your line art that you did. And yeah, that's how I do clothing. Now onto the last part of the video. I'm going to be showing you how I do my eyes. Eyes were always tricky for me, like learning how to do the like middle part, the pupil. So yeah, now first off I just got to add the black part of your eye, the iris or whatever it's called. I don't even know, don't quote me. I just put like a little circle. Wait, that's a bit big. Okay, so I just put like a little round circle. There's no, I don't fill it in because I don't know, that's just how I do it. And then go back to the color. I'm just gonna do like a green. Actually, I'm just gonna do a blue eye because that's simple. I pick a light color for the eyes, and then color it in like that, and then go to your shading layer, and then I basically pick a lighter color like always, and then just make your brush big, opacity down, and just color that in, and go darker and go higher. Okay, so now just try and blur it all together to the best of you can. Yeah, so just make it like go from darker from the top and blur into lighter at the bottom. I don't know why that's how I draw eyes. It just looks really cool when like it's on a character and you don't actually have to zoom into the eye. Okay, from here I add a new layer above it, and I don't add a clipping. Now I go to white and lower the opacity on the brush even more and make it just a decent size, and then I just blodge little lines around the little corners of the like bottom of the eye to make it just, I don't know, those little reflective things. Just try and make them as unneat as possible, and then I merge those two layers together, the color and that. And yeah, because it doesn't blend it in, and it just makes the new what I'm trying to say is you make the new layer so that the color doesn't blend with the other colors, and then you can add it together and then it's one layer, basically. Probably didn't understand that, but anyway, moving on. After I do that, I go above the like line art layer grab a white, make the opacity a bit like higher so it's not as paint looking, and make the brush pretty small, and then I just do little circle kind of things, and just to make it reflective, and then lower the opacity of that layer. If you don't know what that is, it's like making it invisible basically. It's this little thing, it makes it invisible, and I just lower that, and there you go. That's how you do an eye, and then when you zoom out it looks really cool. So yeah, that's basically how I do my shading. If you like more tutorials, please just leave a comment and tell me what you'd like to learn. I might do like a line art, or how I do, like, not line art, like how I do my drawings, how to draw basically. So yeah, please leave a like, please subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.